Do you feeling bad because Mr. Donald Trump not give you more food stamp? $3 is the solution. Let me show you something. Look, Jose Ole taquitos, only for $1.25. Extra large burritos, $1.25. Big pack of fries, $1.25. Sliced onion rings, only for $1.25. Hot smoky sauce, only for $1.25. Coca-Cola, only for $1.25. Everything is for $1.25. But before to come into shopping here, you need to start to work.
On this episode of We Ain't Getting No Stamps This Month, let's make it do what it do for them kids on a budget. Okay, so my tip today was $22.48. I went over to Walmart. I got 2 packs of broccoli and cheese, was about $1.34 a piece, and a pack of chicken breasts for $10.51. Stay with me, y'all. I needed some heavy whipping cream because I had some potatoes at home, and I was going to make some homemade mashed potatoes. My total came out to $20.85. Y'all, I had $1 left. We going to do what we got to do for them kids, y'all. We got this. Good night.
Let me tell y'all something. Those that's talking about going out there making them videos, talking about y'all going to rob them people's stores because they done cut them SNAP benefits. Let me tell you something. You go out there, you going to give them folks every legal right to bop you across your head. Baby, they're going to be justified in bopping you across your head. You better learn how to cook some quick, cheap, easy meals. You could take some tuna, some cream of mushroom, peas, and throw some noodles in it. You want to get fancy, crumble some crackers on the top. You got tuna casserole. You can take you some beans. I don't care if it's black bean, pinto beans. If you don't know how to make them homemade, you can buy them in a can from the Dollar Tree with some rice, baby, and you got beans and rice. Get you some cornmeal, honey, a little bit of oil, make some hot skillet cornbread. And you can take some peanut butter with some jelly and make a sandwich, grilled cheese with some bread, honey, and get your tomato soup. You got a meal and sit down somewhere. Don't go out in them streets because they're going to bop y'all in the head. Don't do it.
I'm going to say this once and I'm going to mind my black business. What you not going to do is catch me and my peoples in anybody's store looting and rioting over some food. I get it. I understand. I'm with you. I empathize. But what we not gonna do is that. Okay? Y'all know. Come on now. Y'all know. We don't grow up without some food stamps. You know how to go in there and buy some big things of bologna sandwiches. Freeze that bread. Come on now. Y'all know how to go in there and make them patty sandwiches and make that salmon. You know how to have a fish fry. You know how to have, you know how to get that deep freezer, stock that meat up. Stock that meat up real quick. Okay. You know how to go to the meat man in your neighborhood. Come on, y'all. We ain't new to this. We true to this. We're not about to let the system manipulate us into doing something crazy. No, ma'am. Don't fall for the booby trap, y'all. They gotta figure it out. They're gonna figure it out. But we cannot get lost in the process. Listen, I'm not judging nobody on Snap. Because listen, I've been on Snap this year too, boo. Okay, when I didn't have a job, I had to go get on Snap real quick. I've been on Snap as a young girl, as a teenager, as a young adult, and as a grown woman. So I'm not judging nobody's circumstances. But here's what I'm saying, what we're not going to do. We're not going to allow them to put us in our trick bag, as Star Jones always says. As Judge Tola always says, we're not going to pay this. We're not about to pay the stupid tax. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. Y'all know how to go out here and make them oats. Go in there and get some oats. 3 things of oats, okay? If you got a big family, make it work. Get some rice. Look at your cabinet. Get some canned goods, okay? Stock up on your freezer. Get some extra things of bologna, some sandwiches. You ain't got to get the high stuff. You can get the off-brand. But right now is a time for community and working together, not divisiveness, not looking at your household and saying, well, we good over here, we good. But you know your great auntie over there, she ain't got no food. So what we used to do in the community when we were coming up, y'all know this, is when one of us, somebody's house, somebody was cooking and you ain't got no food, go over there and get a plate. We're gonna make a big thing of spaghetti, okay? We're gonna make a big thing of baked chicken. Everybody gonna eat. If you gotta make sandwiches, if you gotta make hot dogs, if you gotta cut up some fries, get some potatoes, get 2 sacks of potatoes in your house. We know how to make it work. Do not allow what is happening in the world. Please, people. Please don't let these folks trick you up, folks. For real. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see my people rioting and the grocery store shut down. The babies can't get no formulas. The elderly can't get no food. We know how to buckle down and make it work. It's the time for community. It's the time of trusting in what God has put in us, and not allowing the system to set the booby trap and allow us to fall into the trap and then put ourselves in a trick bag that we can't get out of. Stay woke, please.
Okay, so we are in Aldi. I know you guys are worried when they say that your SNAP benefits going to be cut. I'm going to show you how you're going to eat, and you're still going to eat well. You're going to have to cook, though. We're going to start with these russet potatoes. As you can see, that is a 10-pound bag. $3.25. Stop playing with me. You're going to get some yellow onions. Bag of yellow onions. $1.65. Now, if you want to get nice and fancy and you want the red ones because you want to add to your salad and make your little Olive Garden, there you go. $1.95. Because you can't be cooking without no onions. You got fresh garlic cloves. Look. You got 3 heads. 3 heads of garlic right here. $1.25. Don't talk about how we can't eat healthy. You got ginger root. Ginger root. $1.99. I like these for a headache too. Please know my daughter used mine up, so I got to get another one. If you want to get nice and have you some yellow potatoes, they got the 5-pound bag for $3.99. Yes, yellow potatoes are more expensive, so I'm not getting those today. I got some at home already. Now I'm getting me some pickle relish today. I like the sweet relish. That's $1.69 because I'm going to make some tuna fish. They got that blue plate. If you didn't know that Aldi now carries name brand stuff, they do. And you are going to find it cheaper. That blue plate is running $3.98. Now, if you go back and check one of my earlier videos, you can make this mayonnaise at home. But I'm not doing that this time. So if you want a ketchup that does not have high fructose corn syrup, this is one right here. And that runs you $1.95 for a 20-ounce jar. Can't have tuna without mustard. Get you a nice size right there. 89 cents. Okay, so they have eaten up my granolas. I got to make some more granolas. You can see they have the dried cranberries right here. This is a 6-ounce bag for $1.69. I try to keep me some of these in stock. And you can also get the dried blueberries or cherries for $2.69. That's a little splurge. I normally get me a couple of those and keep on stock. If you want to add the mangoes, I got the dried mangoes for $3.49. Nope, we're going to opt for just a bag of the dried apricots for $2.49. Again, this is either going into my oatmeal bake or my granola. If you haven't tried these, they are good. You'll like these. That's his little splurge. And you get them for a little sweet and salty snack, $4.99. I'm only getting this because that keeps him from eating junk. All right, now we're going to get some canola oil. This one is a 48 ounce. It has gone up. It was cheaper than $3.09 before, but hey, times change. All right, I'm making me some soup this week. So I'm going for the fire roasted diced tomatoes. You can't, those are $1.15, but you can get a 14.5 ounce kit for 89 cents. I already have some crushed tomatoes at home, but I used some on making tomato sauce last night, so we're going to get this one, and as you can see, that one is $1.49. And here, if you opt for the diced tomatoes with no seasoning like the oregano, basil, garlic in it, these are only 83 cents a can. Okay, you can get a nice chicken broth for 99 cents. What is that? 32-ounce box. Pretty good. You can also get the one I am going for, the chicken stock, for $1.29. They also have a vegetable stock, same price. Okay, so you can get the quick oats or the old-fashioned oats. For my oatmeal, we're going for the old-fashioned oats, and as you can see, both prices are $3.89, and this is for 42 ounce. This is probably the prize of the shopping. If you're looking for maple syrup, you are not going to find anywhere maple syrup, 12.5 ounces for $4.99. This is what I put to make my granola. All right, they have the seasonings here. Now, these are good if you just need something quick in here, because it's a small amount, but it's only 98 cents. I need some parsley, excuse me, parsley, because I don't have any until I go to the farmer's market. Every time I come, I pick up 1 or 2 containers of salt, because, hey, you got to have salt, and I like to keep it stocked up. And the salt only runs you 67 cents. Another great find I absolutely love, they carry these lemonades. You can get the raspberry lemonade, and it's a 52 ounce, or the strawberry lemonade. I like them both, and they're only $1.89. I like these really because they are actually made with sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. So they do have the regular lemonade as well. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sad because I came here late and they're out of my normal whipped cream. As you can see, it's a nice size can, and it's only $2.19, but they're out. I might try this maple vanilla. I think I will, because I need something. Half and half, 32 ounce, $2.45. Okay, $8.49 for a 3-pound pack of ground turkey. I keep this in my freezer. You can see you can easily get a pack of chicken for $5 still. That's a good pack of chicken breast, $10.61. We're gonna use that to make a bowl. Got 2 packs of that chicken drumsticks. You know, those are just crazy versatile. So we get the coconut waters, and that's what we put in our smoothies every day. There's the one with the pulp and the one without pulp. We normally get the one without the pulp, honestly, but he don't feel like looking, so he said it don't matter. All right, again, I'm making a bowl, so I want some sharp cheddar cheese, $2.59 for 12 ounces. Not bad. All right, again, one of my favorite finds. You see this cherry berry strawberry, $5.15. So you get 3 pounds of frozen berries for $5.15. I love this because I do a lot with it. I make my berry compote, which I use to make my parfaits, and you can use it to make pies. It's endless, but I absolutely love this. Great value. You want to get frozen veggies, good place to stock up. Brussels sprouts here for $1.39. That is, I think that's a 12 ounce bag. You can get the extra fine green beans for $1.89. That's actually half. If you like just the regular cut, you get a pound here for 95 cents. Mixed veggies, 95. The medley, 109. I love to get the broccoli florets, $1.09. My freezer is full of those. There are some things that I did not need this week, but I'm just showing you the variety of produce that you can get, and for good pricing. And the mini bagged avocado, you normally get about 6 in the bag. And as a bonus, if you know about the Aldi finds, this aisle gives you a variety of seasonal items and just great household items that you can purchase for a really good, reasonable price. So if you have not shopped at Aldi, please, I would definitely tell you to check them out. We used to not have one in Baton Rouge, but we have a couple of them now. So I just wanted to show you that, hey, even though times are getting a little tough, things are getting a little tight, doesn't matter if you have SNAP benefits or not. If you're young, if you're old, if you have a big family, a small family, if it's just you, there are ways that you can make it through this economy when things are tough. But you can always eat healthy and feed your family well. All right, y'all. This is Girl Natural. Until next time.
The whole problem with the SNAP situation, many people are saying online it doesn't affect them. They don't receive SNAP. Well, that is not just a selfish fucking attitude, it's a stupid attitude. When you take away the amount of money that SNAP is being invested into the grocery stores and into the food chain system. You're losing, if you take that away, roughly $9.1 billion. That's $9.1 billion lost in 1 month in grocery sales, transportation, production, salaries, etc., etc. What happens then? Supermarkets lose $9.1 billion in sales, and that makes what? Your food going to be more expensive. Because right now we have the highest percentage of increase, 34% in food. In 1 year, we have increased the price of food by 34% thanks to Donald Trump. Taking away $9.1 billion out of that economic system makes your food increase even more. So you might not give a fuck about the people that, need the money, like I grew up and many others. You're not affected by SNAP. You don't work at a supermarket. You don't drive a truck. But you're going to feel it when you go back to the store in a month and try to buy food, and it's another 30% higher. Why? Because your president says that he wants to put as much pain as possible on people because he fails to be able to negotiate. And just to make it even clearer, it is red states that are going to bleed the most. Oklahoma has 1 in 6 adults using SNAP benefits. 1 in 4 children depend on SNAP benefits. Blue states is 1 in 8. So blue states are going to suffer less than red states. So when he punishes you, he's punishing you who voted for him.
Here's an easy 3-ingredient struggle meal that my family absolutely loves. It's actually my middle child's favorite meal. It's also budget friendly, so if you're on a budget, you could definitely make it and not spend a lot of coin sugar. And yes, you've definitely seen me make it before, but I started out by browning up some ground beef. Now, if you want to save some coins, you can do ground chicken or ground turkey. And you don't see me season the ground beef because, this is already seasoned and I'm not trying to over season. I'm going in with 2 bags because I am feeding 7. Now, I just add the amount of water that the package calls for, which is 2.5 cups per bag. And since there's 8 ounces in a cup, there's 16 ounces in these bottles, so I'm going in with 2.5 bottles. I have been asked before, why do I use bottled water? Is it rage bait? No, Shug. These nails are rage bait, but not the bottled water. I actually live in Florida, and so we're on well water, and whenever the water has a sulfur smell, which is really strong, I don't use that water, Shug. I use bottled water. I got trust issues. Next thing I added in was some frozen broccoli. We just love it. It's the one vegetable that everybody loves. I covered this and put it on about medium heat, and it only takes about 20 minutes to cook, and then voila, Shug, it is ready to enjoy. But what y'all having for supper tonight?
And when you say your prayers tonight, don't forget to thank God that you was able to purchase some food and feed your family today. I know sometimes we get comfortable and things become normal that we don't even look at them as a blessing anymore. But baby, waking up is a blessing. Having food on your table is a blessing. Having a roof over your head is a blessing. Having family is a blessing. Having good health is a blessing. Having somebody to help you with those kids, that's a blessing. Being able to hear, that's a blessing. Being able to taste, that's a blessing, okay? Having all 5 of your senses and being mobile is a blessing, honey. And don't you forget it. Being able to buy your kids food seems really normal, right? But there was a time when, honey, I just did not know how I was going to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, God always came through. But my faith was a little shaky back then, and I had no idea when God was going to come through, and I would sit there and stress so bad about it. I would literally cry if my food stamps got cut off, okay? So being able to get up, go to the grocery store, go grocery shopping, and feed my kids, baby, I am just thankful. Having a home to cook in, baby, I am just thankful. So today, when you count your blessings and your prayers tonight, baby, do not forget any of those things. And if you have all that stuff, you are richer than you think. Don't let nobody tell you no different. But I hope that y'all try this meal. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and let me know. If you are not following me and my half dozen already, make sure you hit that follow button, and please repost this video if you do not mind. God bless you. Have a blessed night, and talk to you later.
Shug, I'm about to show you how to feed 5 for less than $5. Come on, let me show you. I'm gonna start out with some oil in the pot, but if you don't have oil on hand, you can just add a little bit of water, like 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna chop up some of these hot dogs, Shug. I got this from Aldi's and they only cost me 99 cents. Now, this meal is not gonna win Health Meal of the Year award, but it's gonna fill some tummies. I'm just gonna stir those hot dogs around so they can all get a little bit of a char on them. I got the wieners removed from the pot, and then I added some water. We're gonna let it come to a boil. Going in with some mac and cheese. I got these for 58 cents at the Aldi's. 4 boxes, that comes to $2.16. So right now we're at $3.15 total. So while that's boiling, I've got about 2 cups maybe of milk, give or take. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my cheese sauce for this for when it's done. Now, you usually can get milk from like food pantries. Sometimes they give powdered milk. If you don't have milk on hand, Suge, you can just use water. It's gonna be fine. It's not gonna taste as good or as creamy, but it'll still be fine. You're still gonna eat it. You could also use a can of evaporated milk. And if your kids like sweet peas, you can definitely add that in as well. Mine's a half and half ratio, so I'm gonna leave it out tonight. Turn that water off them noodles, and then we're gonna go in with our cheese sauce. I'm gonna add those wieners back in, Suge. I'm gonna add in some black pepper, some garlic powder. And you can totally omit these seasons. They are not necessary, Suge. This is a personal preference. Onion powder. All right, Suge, I don't know what you'd call this, but I call it a budget-friendly meal for those in the struggle or those who just want a quick and simple meal. But what y'all having tonight for supper, Suge?
All right, y'all. They said SNAP is ending, but you know what? I've been penny pinching and I've been saving money. So watch this video. You're going to get your hot dogs. You're going to cut them up. Then you're going to get your frying pan ready. You're going to hit it with a little bit of oil. Any type of oil that you use is fine. Put it on medium to high heat. You know, because I like it crispy, but Ava don't like it crispy, and I'm making this for my daughter. You're going to put them hot dogs in the pan. I know I got a lot in the pan, but it's okay. It's okay. And then you're going to just fry them up, rotate them. I like to cut my hot dogs in half so that I'll see more crispier edges. Cut them up, put them in a bowl, and then you're going to hit it with whatever dipping sauce your kid likes. Ava likes ketchup. Sometimes she likes barbecue sauce. You never know. Then I'm going to deliver it to her and say, Ava, 907 goodies.
Hey guys, it's Chef Banks. My new segment called 1 Minute Cooking Lessons, because you don't have time and I don't have time. So let's get started. Come on. Scallop potatoes. Need water, milk, butter. We need a pan. I have my 2 cups of water, half a cup of milk, and a tablespoon of butter in here on the stove, and I'm pack right here. I'm gonna add this to this. Mixture to a boil, and I'm ready to pour it into my pan. It's a good idea to just lay a whisk down. None of the hot liquid splashes back on you, and then I'm just gonna slowly pour it through the whisk. Now our potatoes are ready to go in the oven. We're gonna bake this for 25 minutes at 400 degrees, covered, and then we're gonna uncover it and then let it cook for probably about 10 more minutes. Out of the oven. I put a little bit of parsley and a little bit of Parmesan cheese on there, and now I'm getting ready to enjoy that. Hey, welcome back to 1 Minute Cooking Lessons with Chef Banks, because you don't have time and I don't have time. Today we are making Zatarain's red beans and rice. Let's grab our ingredients. Let's get started. Today our ingredients are 3 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to pour our rice in.
Then once the rice is in, you're going to hit it with some water. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, because y'all don't ever want to hit the like button. But I know you out there watching this, so hit the like button. Then you're going to put some butter in there. If you don't have a rice cooker, go ahead and get you one. Then you're going to let it cook, and when it's done, it'll automatically click onto the warm setting. And I made it with some green beans, some barbecue chicken. This is a great meal that you can make that is budget friendly. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my budget friendly playlist.
A lot of you are more mad at the people receiving SNAP benefits than you are at the CEOs of the companies they work for not paying them a livable wage. The cost of living is high as hell. Cost of food is high as hell. People cannot afford the basic necessities of life right now. And food, regardless of what you all might think, is a basic necessity. The people that are working at Walmart, McDonald's, your local big corporation grocery stores, they're not paying them enough to afford to live in this economy. So yes, they need government assistance, which is what they pay for. It comes out of their check as far as taxes, and it's supposed to be sent back to them to help them. Like, that's why we have these programs. And you've got people on here laughing about the fact that mothers, children, elderly, veterans, they're all going to go without food next month during the biggest food holiday in our country. And you call yourself Christians. You all are moralists. You're moralist fucks. If you walked up on God's doorstep, he wouldn't allow you in. I'm not even Christian, and I know that's not godly. That you're laughing at the fact that people are going to have food? Could you imagine your child coming home from school, opening the refrigerator, they're hungry, you don't have anything for them? I do not know how we got here. But I'm sorry, I was getting a little emotional. Some of you do not realize how close you are to losing everything due to this current administration. But hey, empathy cannot be taught. Fuck you all who are making fun of the people who are not going to receive their government assistance next month. And God bless the families who are being affected by the corrupt individuals in the current administration.
I know exactly how we got here, and it all started with slavery. And honestly, with that being in our history, nobody should be surprised at anything the government is doing. They've been evil, they've been conniving, nothing here is new. But I put together this video to show you guys how to cook at home with no food stamps. I even went into the archives back when I was Chef Banks, and I showed you guys some easy and inexpensive sides. I have always been penny pinching. I have always been budgeting. And so now I can teach people how to budget and how to grocery shop. When the woman was in the store, I really liked that video because she did a great job of really breaking it down on a very basic level by showing you the price, showing you what to get. Y'all don't got no excuse why you cannot stretch your food stamp money even when you do get it back. If you do, save that money, spend it wisely. Check these videos out down below. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. And I will see you guys in the next time. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this whole situation. Foodie gang, gang, gang. Foodie gang, gang, gang.